Michael Jackson. Let's return to our Cape Town studio, and standing by for us from the website TVSA, Tashi Tag. A very good evening to you. I know you've been watching it along with all of us. A fitting end. I think we've just about covered all bases. What's your assessment?
Yes, I think so. I think it really gives a thorough account of Michael's life from the beginning to the end. If there were little bits you didn't know, people you didn't know in it, they've had something to say. And I think it had a good mix of what we've been speaking about all evening, of sadness but celebration as well.
Tinus, I think a lot of people tend to think of Michael as just having been a musical icon. He's been described here tonight as the greatest entertainer that ever lived. Queen Latifah saying that he was the biggest star on earth. But what do you make of the presence of the very close family friends who are part of the civil rights movement? I think people forget the impact that Michael had as a black person.
I think all of that things come to play in when you look at pop culture and what Michael Jackson brought to the table. Just while I was watching, I thought there were people today who said they wonder how the viewership is going to be, and might it rival, might it be the biggest worldwide audience at one time? I definitely think so. If we think back, 1997, Princess Diana's funeral, about 2.5 billion people who watched. Now we've got the internet, we've got channels like the E-News channel that we haven't had before. I think it's going to definitely top that when we get the viewership tomorrow.
I have no doubt about that. Tashi, perhaps the most honest assessment came from a lifelong friend and actress, Brooke Shields. She spoke about two little kids having fun, and he loved to laugh. That was also a side of Michael Jackson that perhaps certainly in these later years we're not aware of, given all the tragedy that has surrounded him.
I know, what she had to say was crazy, wasn't it? You kind of really got a sense of what the connection was between him and his connection between his other very tight friends who were also childhood stars, like Elizabeth Taylor.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, and Elizabeth Taylor, who incidentally wasn't there, you may have noticed. So yes, I think that what she expressed was a side that we never ever got to see, and I think could never begin to understand what life would be like for such small children, just like having this like mega stardom the entire life.
Folks in Cape Town, for your insights throughout the evening, thank you very much indeed from TVSA, Tashi Tag, and also pop culture watcher Tians Ferreira. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to return now to the Staples Center in Los Angeles as the memorial service for the late Michael Jackson starts to wind up.